G'day guys, and welcome to a tutorial on 1.14.3 Iron Golem Farm. Now unfortunately, the Iron Golem spawning changes quite a bit from 1.14.2, and this means that there's quite a bit of changes that need to be made to an Iron Golem farm for it to work properly. Now this design is a combination of IlMangos' ridiculous iron farm and Docm's much simpler version. I'm planning to use this version in a multiplayer survival server, but I'm sure you could take sections of this and use it in a survival server if you wanted to. As you can see, these platforms use the idea of a 5-block spawning space, water on top to push them off. We have 3 villagers here which spawn our golems, and our zombie here to scare our villagers into spawning a golem. Thankfully you can use the same zombie for multiple villagers. If we take a look down at the bottom, we've got our little water streams here that lead into our lava system. As you can see, this farm is pretty efficient. It makes about 4,000 iron an hour with our 12 villagers up the top. I've got only 12 villagers because ideally I want to be able to stand about here somewhere in a survival server where the radiuses of entities is slightly lower, and I'll be able to spawn in all of these. Alright, let's get started. Alright, to build this farm, these are the things you're going to need. I'll put the quantities down in the description, but you're going to need hoppers and a chest for your collection system along with your lava system for burning your iron golems. You'll need a couple of solid blocks. You'll also need quite a bit of glass. You'll also need some slabs. I'm going to use stone brick slabs. You'll need lots of oak fence gates and oak fences, as well as a few trapdoors to hold your villagers and water buckets to push your iron golems off. And of course you're going to need your zombies and your villagers. I'm creative, so I'm going to use some eggs, but in survival you're going to need to go and get those and transport those to your farm. There's plenty of videos on how to do that. Let's get started. I prefer to start with the collection and killing systems. That's what we're going to do. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to start by placing a double chest for now. You can always expand this storage system later if you please. We're going to go 3 hoppers out, and we're going to make a 7 by 3 area by adding 3 lots of hoppers on each side. Just like that. We're going to put solid blocks around the outside to hide our hoppers. Just going to clear the weather. Is it just me, or does no one actually like rain in Minecraft? Alright, from there we're going to go up a few blocks, like that, up 3. And we're going to grab our glass. I'm going to use white stained glass, you can use whatever colour you wish. And we're going to go all the way around and fill it in. Alright, we'll jump on the inside and we need to place our signs to stop our lava. There's a few ways you can do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come from the back forward. One last sign. Alright, now you're going to place your lava in. A few different ways you can do it. I'm going to place 3 lots just like that. And just make sure that it covers all of your spaces. That's your killing system done. What you're going to do from here is you're going to place a few solid blocks around the top. This is just decorative, you could be using glass here. And then you're going to start making your water streams. So you want to make sure that your water is going to come to the edge of here. So from here you're going to come back another 7 blocks. Just like I was right the first time, just like that. From here, you're going to make a square all the way around, or a rectangle I should say, and I'll cut back when I've done that. Alright, once you've got to this point, you're also going to want to go up and out another 5 blocks like that. You're going to do that all the way around, and make another layer. Alright, I'll cut back to that. Alright, once you've done that, you've got 5 blocks out. We need to make sure our iron golems can't fall off the edge. There's multiple ways you could do this, but I'm going to surround it with a couple of blocks of as such. And that's my perfect example. To stop mobs from spawning on top, I'm actually going to cover it in slabs as well. Jump in there, he'll die later in the lava. I want to take this all the way around. Now, because we're going to be placing water sources at this height here, I also like to add another slab there, just to make it look a little bit nicer, so I'm just going to do that all the way around. Alright, now that we've finished that all the way around, we're going to add in our water streams. Now this is a pretty standard water stream. Place a block, temporary, and then put our water on top of it. We're going to do that in all 4 corners. And then we're going to place our water all the way along the edge, like such. I want to make sure that we don't go all the way to the edge, otherwise it will create a source block all the way around. Go to that block there. Make sure that we don't miss any. One there. And do this all the way around. Just like that, and our water streams will meet right on the edge here. And the last one. Alright, the next thing we need to do is start creating our platforms at the top. Now we need to make sure the golems that are falling down are at least 16 blocks away from our village. I put mine about 20 blocks up in the sky, and we're going to do the same thing on this one. We go this, so that's 2, 3, 4, 6. That's 2 blocks there. We can break everything below it. Alright, so for this design, we're going to put in all 6 villages. We're just going to do 1 layer. The second layer is exactly the same. We're going to start with our spot in the middle. So we're going to find the middle of our lava, which is going to be in line with that chest at the bottom and in line with the middle of our lava. So for me, this block right here. This is where our first zombie is going to stand. We need to make sure that he's boxed in, and you're going to create a little holding cell just like that. Because we're only doing 1 layer, we're going to make sure the roof is on this one, so you're going to come up 2 blocks, put a slab on the top there, and then just make that a 3x3. This just stops our zombie from burning during the daytime. Alright, from here, what you're going to do is you're going to go out towards one of the... Alright, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go out towards one of the longer sides. So we've got short side and we also have the long side. From here, you're going to go from this block here and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, place the 4th block, and you can break the other 3. This is where our first village is going to stand. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a holding cell for 3 villages. Just like this. So you can hold 3 villages, just like that. And we're going to place our trapdoors to separate our villages. This just keeps our villages a little bit neater and in their cells without gyrating around and going all over the place. Alright, to create our platform, we're going to go up 2 and then across. We want to make sure that these slabs are on the top of the block and our half slabs. If you use full slabs, the villagers will try to pathfind to them. Alright, from here we're going to make a 5x5 platform. Just like so. That it covers up our villages, and we have ourselves a 5x5 platform. Alright, the way I like to do this, we need to make sure that we can place our water sources. So you can pick which side you're going to use. I'm going to go for this side here. I'm going to take out these 2 blocks in here. So if I change these ones here to solid blocks, if you're in survival, it's a little bit easier because this is where we're going to place our water sources. So if we were to place this on our half slabs, of course, it's going to... What is with this weather? It's going to put the water on the underside of the slab and waterlog it. Alright, the next thing we need to do is we need to get our fence gates and our fences. Along one side, along the side where the water is going to be flowing off, we want our fence gates. So we're going to put them just over the side. You can use place blocks to help you, or you can simply click on the edge of it like that. You're going to do the same thing on both sides. Alright, and you're going to use fence gates on the other 2 sides. So, fences on the other 2 sides. Alright, we need to make sure that we open our fences like such. And then we can add in our water. Just like that. Now we want to make sure that we change these back to half slabs so that our villagers don't pathfind to them. This can be a little bit difficult if you're in survival. So just take your time, and this is why our villagers aren't in their spots just yet. Alright, that is the first setup. You're going to repeat that on the other side first up. So we're going to go out 3 blocks, place the 4th, break 3, and create a holding cell. Exactly the same, just like that. You can break the extra blocks if you'd like. You're going to place in your trapdoors and build exactly the same roof on this side. Alright, you're going to repeat exactly the same thing on the other side, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, now that you've completed your second side, what you're going to do, villages need to be at least 10 blocks apart. So what we're going to do, we're going to go from our side block just here, and we're going to count out 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, from here you're going to put a 9th block, break these 8 here, and this is the start of your next holding cell. So if you come across and make another holding bay as such, you can break the extra blocks, and that's your holding cell right there. Add in the trapdoors, come across 3, place the 4th, break those, and you can make the holding cell for your zombie, or whichever mob you choose. You can use a vindicator, you can use whatever you like. Come across another 3, place the block, and your final holding cell on this side. And that's done just like that. You're going to repeat your roofs on this side, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, now that you've completed your 2 sides, I did make a little change here. So if you have your solid platform down the bottom, then golems can actually spawn on the platform. So we'll change this platform here to glass, still as a 3x3, and we're going to move our platform up the top. I actually have this on the bottom slab so that other mobs can't spawn on top of it. Alright, We're then going to build our third side here as well. So this is the same thing. You're going to count out 8 blocks across here and then build your holding cells like that. How many times have I cleared this weather? Alright. You're going to repeat the same thing again. You're going to build your 3 holding cells and build your roofs, and I'll be back in just a sec. Alright, we're just placing our last water sources now. We'll change these back to our slabs, without throwing it off the edge. Change these back to our slabs. And that is the majority of our farm completely finished. The last thing we need is our villagers and our zombies. Now, you need to make sure that you also name tag your zombies so that they don't despawn. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to name them Scary, because obviously they're scary. We're going to put our villagers in their holding cells first. Just like so, 3 in each. Obviously, there's lots of ways you could do this. You could use boats, you could use minecarts. I pushed this villager into a bit of a sticky situation, and he's gonna... That didn't happen. Alright, filling in our last villagers, and now it's time for our zombies. Now, as soon as I put these in, iron golems should start spawning, so let's see what happens. He already has something he's holding, so he doesn't technically need a name tag, but we can have one anyway. Of course, as a baby zombie, we can get rid of him. Spawn an adult in, he's also holding something, so he doesn't need a name tag. And there's our final one. As you can see, we already have our iron golems spawning. That's our farm complete. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. In a sec, we're going to go through a few of the issues you might have while building this farm, but for those who think they've got it, this is where you can go off and build it in your own survival. And yet again, the rain starts. Alright, I haven't been able to replicate it again, but here's a screenshot of what can happen sometimes. They tend to get stuck on the edge like this. So to fix this, this is the solution that I came up with. What you're going to do is you're going to place signs along the bottom edge like this, and then you're going to place fence gates on the outside. Don't forget the one on the edge just here to line up with the oak fences. Open all those trapdoors and then break the old fence gates. As you can see, the water flows over the edge just like that. Now, because the iron golems don't like to swim, they will just keep walking straight off the edge, and then they have nothing to get caught on. So if you are having that issue where they're getting caught standing on the edge, then try this. The platform at the bottom is big enough, so there shouldn't be an issue with that. Alright, this tutorial is pretty much done. If, of course, you want to add more layers, you can do that as you please, but make sure that it's at least 16 blocks above the platforms, because villagers will detect there's already an iron golem in the village and not spawn another one. So make sure you're at least 16 blocks above the other platform. You can build this as high as you want, but if you're going to build a massive farm, I would suggest just building in IlMangos version at that point. But this is pretty basic, pretty simple, and it's pretty efficient. While I've been building that other one for you guys, let's have a look at this chest down here, and it's completely full. So as you can see, this thing is pretty efficient, and we're going to leave this tutorial here. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll have more tutorials for you soon. Thanks!